Hi, you guys. It is Thursday evening, December 3rd, 2020. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Pearl Podcast, episode 211. Short and sweet, hopefully. You can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpearl-doris.blogspot.com. On social media, I am One Fine Cow, all spelled out. On Ravelry and Twitter, I am One Fine Design, the number one. On Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all lowercase, and smooshed together on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Pearl Podcast group. You don't have to remember all of those things that I just spoke, because in the handy dandy down bar below, there are links to the show notes, to the Ravelry group, and to my Etsy store. But if you click on the show notes, at the top of the show notes below the video is my social media links right on top. All clickable links. You can go click and follow me in those places, and I'll follow you back. Every podcast, I do a Ravelry group birthday shout out. And since I missed the end of November, I'm just going to do those. There were two birthdays between the 16th and the 30th of November. And they are Nitty Turtle 3. Her birthday was on the 27th. And Smoosh, it's SMOSS 903. Her birthday was on the 28th. So happy birthday. I hope that you had a wonderful birthday, that you got to spend time with friends and family, whether virtually or social distancing with masks and all of that. And I hope that you got good gifts and that you enjoyed your version of a birthday cake. And if it was your birthday during that time and you don't share that information on Ravelry, happy birthday to you as well. Story of the Week and Stash Enhancement. Wow. I'm sorry it's been another 3 weeks, but my mojo was so low. Plus, distracted, and I'm really physically tired from working real hours over the last 3 weeks. It's not a full 40, but I've worked more than I have since this whole Rona. I have a few finished objects, and also I did start the Christmas project, and it is about 3/4 done, but I can't show it. I continue to test negative for the Rona. We are being tested twice a week since the surge, and my facility is right now, COVID is free of an outbreak right now. And all cases except one has survived. So that's what's been going on in my world over the last 3 weeks. So I have a few foes, so let's just get into that. I did finish these socks. One I started a while ago and put away. Well, I finally finished it. I have 2 socks. These are the Rose City Rollers, which is a free pattern on Ravelry by Catherine Briner. The yarn I used is Barocco sock in the color 1463. I used just some Clover double points, US 2s, 2.75. And I mentioned last week I thought I would probably do some surgery on the sock if the one I was knitting on fit better. Well, funny thing is, the one I finished knitting fit worse than the other. I don't know. They're the same size. Maybe it's my feet. And another thing I realized, I've knit several pair of these Rose City rollers, and I don't like the fit. I don't know why I keep trying to knit them for me. The fit just isn't right. It doesn't fit me as well as like the orange is the new black or the vanilla is the new black socks. I love the fit of those. And just a regular, like my normal sock is like a 1.5 inch rib and about 2 inches of the leg. Then I do a slip stitch heel, turn it, gussets. Those fit. I don't know why the ones that have the ribbing and a little bit of leg fit me better and work better than the Rose City rollers, but they don't. So this will be a Christmas gift for somebody, or just, here, if they fit you and you want them, here they are. The second finished object is a pair of socks. They are worsted weight socks, and they were based on the Rye sock pattern by Tin Can Knits, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. I've been wanting to knit a pair of worsted weight socks, and so I picked up the yarn, found the pattern, and knit these socks in, I would say, about 2 days when I wasn't distracted with other things. So I based on the stitch pattern. What I actually did was, because the needle sizes and for worsted weight with the pattern, I wasn't feeling it. So what I did was I went up a size on the needle. I used a US 6, a 4mm, and I went down a size in what I would normally wear. So I did 40 stitches, and I didn't put the garter at the front. I just did plain, and knit the foot until it was my appropriate size, and there you have it. Knit in a few days. Worsted weight socks, they're going to be my slipper socks. Yes. So there you go. I finished one pair and knit another pair over the last 3 weeks. But this, honestly, I started this over the weekend, and then I got the second sock to the toe, and then it set for a couple of days, and I actually finished it last night. So those are the two finished objects. So something I forgot to mention and show last week in this crazy little bag. I don't even know what this bag is. Oh, this is a bag we got on a float trip. Anyway, I started another Feeling Festive shawl, which is a free pattern on Ravelry by Kalisha Ryan. I'm doing a stash busting, but I'm using DK weight scraps this time. Like I said, I forgot to show you last week. It was the beginning of it. I did some work on it this week, 3 weeks, but not a whole lot. It's the Feeling Festive, and this is a fun and very simple project that is just perfect for scraps, or just, a big skein of like DK or worsted, and you want to make a little shawl pattern, wrap, whatever. It's wonderful. I love it. there's where I am. Just using up some DK scraps. This is a mandala. This is just a ball of I think this is I don't know. I'm not even gonna. This is a blossom. This is, I don't know, from a sweater that I crochet or knit. This is some of the same mandala as this. And I don't know, and I don't know. And this is another part of the mandala. So it's just balls of DK 3-weight yarn that I've had after finishing projects, and I'm like, I'm gonna get those out of my stash too. So, but this was started 3 weeks ago, and I just forgot to show it. So there, I'm showing it. Realistically, I don't have anything else to show. I did not do anything on the hitchhiker. I didn't touch it over the last 3 weeks, and I did maybe 4 rows on the virus. I'm going to show you my turtle dove too. Not a lot of work done on it either. Not a lot. I did do a few rows last night while I was watching YouTubes. I find myself really not watching fun YouTubes. Watching all of political distracting stuff. So here it is. This is the Turtle Dove 2, which is a worsted weight. The yarn I'm using it's ice yarn, Paris, in the black turquoise and fuchsia color, and Paris is a very, very sparkly yarn. You can't really see the sparkle. Let me get the ball of yarn out and see if it translates any better. I am on the last 2 balls of the first pack of 10. I love the yarn. I love the color, but man, it's got a lot of knots. This one doesn't seem to have a lot, but yeah, every once in a while you're knitting along and you're like, there's a knot and I have to cut it. You feel me, right? You feel me. But that's where I was. So I didn't knit a lot. And I'm discovering that I picked the wrong size. It's going to be big, but I'm also going to make it longer than the normal turtle dove. Because it's so big, it's going to be big and long and cozy. But I really like it, and I look forward to wearing it. If I can get my mojo back, there's that. I think this is going to be a record-breaking year of sweaters. Maybe January I'll pull out all my finished sweaters and go through them, because I'm knitting. I've been a sweater knitter this year, and I'm loving them all. I have another 4. Well, I'm probably going to knit more, as much as this, more, and then do the sleeves. And yep, maybe by the middle of December it'll be done. Probably not, though. Okay, let me look at my list. There's nothing else. That's how my last 3 weeks in crafting have been. Not a whole lot. I will tell you that I pulled this sock back out. If you've been watching me for very long at all, I started this sock in the hospital when Ted had his stroke in Florida. I worked on it on the van ride home. And this is the last, well, no, I was going to work on this sock. I've got one more sock, one sock but I think I'm really going to have to do surgery on this because I didn't have my sock ruler or anything to measure this as I was knitting it in the hospital. And I thought it was long enough, and it's really not. And that plus some of the stresses that were going on when I was knitting this. But I want these socks. So I'm going to have to. And I don't like this toe at all. I'm going to do a rounded toe instead of this toe. So wish me luck when I start this. I've never done it before. But I want these socks, so it's going to have to happen. This yarn is it is a on the round speckled cosmic rainbow. I got it in Florida in 2018. That's how long. Let me see. No, it was 2019. 2019. So February 2019. Seems like it's been a lot longer, but nope. So I need to do something with this. So I'm going to pull back the toes. Knit probably another, maybe an inch. Put on a rounded toe. Because I have one other pair of these. Vanilla is the new black heel pattern. And I love, love, love the fit of this heel. I recommend it. It's simple. It's nice. So that's on the way, but I've got a Christmas present to complete, my beautiful sweater to complete, another shawl, all of this stuff. I shouldn't be starting anything else, right? Anyway, sometimes you just have to knit something like these socks because you just want to. And I finished them in 2 days. So sometimes you just have to go off route for a while to maybe try to kick your mojo back. Anyway, I'm done with the rambling. So, please go over to my Etsy store and have a look around, like a few things. And if you find something you just would like to have or can't live without or want to give as a gift, I usually ship out really fast. So have a look around. Maybe you'll find a Christmas gift. Anyway, I promise I will do my best to see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of the Knit and Purl podcast. Bye, you guys.